Alright, we're back with some Midway Solitaire with the full optional rules. And where I left off at was I pulled a chit for my next route. It happened to be the Solomon's route. It's the only route that is vulnerable or open to what's called a U.S. Navy sudden death or Japanese Navy sudden death victory, I guess. But we got nobody there. We moved them all out because they were threatening here. Now the only good thing about it is there really isn't much in here. I think this first carrier strike force is down to maybe 2 carriers or less because I sunk one and damaged the other. The invasion force is here, but they got their infantry disembarked here on the island. I guess their transports got well, I guess the invasion force would have. Oh, you know what? Well, I don't want. How do I do this? Yeah, he was disembarked and he's on the island, so the transports will be right there in that invasion. So that invasion task force has got transports in it, I do believe. And then we got the first carrier strike force there also, and they got a couple carriers I think still left. That was a 4-carrier task force. All right, well, let's just begin it. First thing to do is to draw a chit. We did. And the next is a search segment. Now, there's nothing to search for. There's no U.S. Navy there anymore, so we'll be skipping that segment. Imperial Japanese Task Force movement. Okay, here, this will get good. So for each task force, we got 1, 2. Oh, I think that's it. It's the only ones left. Yeah. Wow, we'll be rolling on the movement table. So for the first one will be the first carrier strike force. You get the 4. Let me see here. Carrier strike forces task force with a 4. He moves 2 spaces. Now he's got to stop. They'd put him in here, but he's got to stop right here, and we'll check that out real quick. Let me get that in the rules, and we'll be right back. All right, Naval Movement. Naval units must cease movement the instant they enter. And we'll go all the way down here. If the moving unit is in an Imperial Japanese Navy task force or air units, the last space prior to entering the U.S. Navy home base. So we got to stop there. We'll find out what's going on with that. But next we'll roll for the invasion. SO. The invasion force. And they get a 4. Invasion. Task 1, 2, 3, 4. They get 2 spaces also. So they also got to stop. So that puts them. I don't know if they're embarked or disembarked. I'll have to look at that too. So let me look up and find out what the status is. I know we have to stop here. We can't go all the way in, but in the next turn we can move in. So I think that gives me one reprieve, a chance to move Task Force 16 or somebody over here. Let me check that out real quick and we'll be right back. Alright, Imperial Japanese Navy sudden death victory. The Imperial Japanese Navy wins a sudden death victory if at any time. Blah, 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 blah. Down to number 3. And Imperial Japanese Navy Task Force begins the Imperial Japanese Navy phase adjacent to a U.S. home base. So he's next to it. Next turn, if he's next to it, we're done. So I got to get somebody over there. We're a little bit on the safe side. Let's go into this a little bit deeper. It tells us to look at 6.1.3. Be right back. All right, it pretty well tells you here. If at the beginning of the subsequent Imperial Japanese Navy Task Force movement segment, an Imperial Japanese Navy Task Force is in a plotting space adjacent to a U.S. Navy home base, the Imperial Japanese Navy Task Force automatically enters the U.S. Navy home base, and the game ends in an Imperial Japanese Navy sudden death victory. So that's what we're looking at here. All right, we went ahead and moved. We did that. Imperial Task Force movement. So you just moved both with task forces and SO. Nobody else left. Let me check out what's going on with that infantry there. I'll be right back. Imperial Japanese Navy transports embark land units that are at the start of my movement segment. So they would, what I would have needed to do is take him off of here and put him on invasion. SO, we'll find the marker over here. Invasion SO. Here you go. Now we really shouldn't have been looking, but we'll put them back on the transports. Oh, there you go. And we'll turn this all around. So the rules have got us covered. And I'll show you it here in a second. It just takes a while for me to get everything in one hand, but there you go. Invasion SO, they've been loaded back on them. So Invasion SO has transports with infantry. That's how you do that. Everybody's waiting here for the next turn. Alright, well that'll be it for the movement phase. Next up, U.S. Naval reaction. What can we do? Oh, let me see here. Let's go on back. Reaction segment. Oh. Unactivated routes, you may do any of the launch. We got into launch again, like I said. Huh. Man, we might not be able to get those guys out of here. Well, we got other turns coming. We can move to task force. But no, you know, fighters, bombers, New Caledonia's got nothing, so that'll null and void that one. Yeah, Imperial Japanese Navy launch. They're not launching anything either. There's nothing's going on there. So mutual combat segment will be skipped. Mutual return segment skipped. Imperial Japanese Navy morale segment skipped because we didn't sink nothing. And their logistics segment. Let's see what they can repair. Damaged units. Ooh. No damage, just eliminated. They've been repaired, blah, 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 blah. Base repair. That's it. Carrier repair. Damage units display. You can randomly pick one. No damaged. We are good to go. And now for the U.S. Navy phase. This is where it gets good. Alright, let's see here. We go first to the G1 organization. For G1 organization, we're going to look on this for the, come on, where's G1? G2, 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 G1. Alright. Recruit reinforcements, replace naval aircraft. Let's look at what we do here. We might just be reorganizing. I don't think we I guess we could do that. Let me look around. See what I need to do here to save the game. Be back. Alright, we're going to reorganize the task force. I'll let you read that down here. But we have to keep within the number. And task force we're going to reorganize is going to be Task Force 11. It just has Yorktown in it. But over here where it is, we're going to add the battleship as a reinforcement. Oh, sorry about all the... It's been a long time since I played the game. Ooh, this is a dusty board. Played it once every few weeks. Hold on a second. Alright, let's see if we got anything on better there. Alright, we're going to add the battleship. We're going to add the transports. He got loaded. He's already loaded. We're going to add destroyers. And he's only got a maximum of 4, and he's already got a Yorktown in there. So here's what it'll look like. With Yorktown, battleship, transports. I don't know why we got that, but we'll just put them in there. So we'll add one to the anti-aircraft value, I guess. And there you go. There's new Task Force 11. And that's what we'll do during that phase. Alright. No more stragglers here, Pearl. We got some Marines, but they need transports. We got no more. Alright. Takes care of that phase. Intelligence segment G2. Naval air search. Oh, we got no planes to search with here on this route we need to save, so what we will do, let's go ahead and pick one of our chits for the next, if there is, the next turn. If there is no search that we can do, unless we want to do a different route. Let me hold off here real quick. We'll be right back. Alright, so we are back. And We got the threat coming down here on the Solomons. But we dodged a bullet. They can't move onto our homeland. We got a one-turn reprieve. But on our intelligence phase now, like I said, we weren't able to do much because I don't have no units along this route. My choice in the past has been to do some reconnoitering and finding out what their next move is going to be. But I think we're going to do a little bit different this time. We're going to go on the offensive on this Mosby route, MO route, instead of SO. Can't do nothing over here. Midway, they're off a ways, and there ain't nothing going on that Alaska route. Down here is a real short route, though. Right, the game's really concentrated, at least on this round. But we're gonna go for this. Let me see here. I guess there's only 2 ships in the covering force. A bunch of ships here, and a guard, and invasion force. So we're gonna try some intelligence actions. Naval air search isn't as good as a seaplane search. You can see the numbers here. The spotter 1 to 3 here is 1 to 4. So we select 1 U.S. Navy AVD. I guess that's a destroyer or something that carries a seaplane. Or we can launch it from our U.S. Naval Coastal Defense Unit. The Coastal Defense Unit would be right here. That old, do we have one? Yeah. Port Mosby. He's got an airfield with 4, but this one here is just being abstracted as a seaplane search. We get to pick a single space within 3 spaces. We'll go for the big one right here. We roll 1 die, we need 1 to 4 to spot them. No good, man. Ain't going our way on this one. Okay, so much for the intelligence action. Now for our organization action. Let's see what we got here. Oh, yeah. G3 operations segment. My bad. Can't read. Alright. Oh, I guess the only thing to do is, this is where it comes in and saves our butt from my Imperial Japanese Navy sudden death victory. This is operations actions. We can do a naval operation. Land-based air operation. We got nobody spotted. The only thing we can do is redeploy a task force. That's what we're going to do here. We're going to, which one has the other admiral? That's right. Old Fletcher, I think he went down. He went down with his ship. What happened to him? Where's my eliminator? Oh, here he is. Yeah, I had to, on my mistake, he went down. So we don't get no added movement space with Task Force 11 because they are admiral-less. But old 16 has got to move back. That's what we'll do here. He's down here in Caledonia with I guess that's Spruance. Yeah. So there you go. Spruance is with them, and we got somebody there to block the way. Next will be our logistics segment where we repair damaged units. Unfortunately, or rather fortunately, we don't have nobody damaged, so we'll be skipping that. Going straight to the administrative phase on this SO route. And the thing of it is, now that this route's going to be over, I'm probably going to get an MO shit. I probably could have kept him here, but I got to block him. I can't leave him in there without walking right on in, but that'll be it. We flip everybody over that's spotted to unspotted. We have nobody spotted here now. Oh, yeah, we do. This guy's here, we're spotted, so we'll flip them on over. They're unspotted. Side. And that'll do it for the Solomon's Island shit. It goes into the used pile, and we get to pull another one. We don't know which ones this is going to come from, though. But we will do it. Another thing is determine if you must use incident marker. We determine that you only do that if you move your have some operations, and redeploying a task force isn't having a naval operation. I think that only comes into effect if you use this one or this one. So there you go. That's the way I've been playing it. What we got going on here? We got to pull another chit. And it is a beautiful morning. It has been so cool, it's pathetic, but I think today is a Saturday. Got a little game time. I have some gaming time tonight, so I might finish this game later on, but I don't know about that. There's a lot of shit slaps in here. The next route that the Imperial Japanese Navy will operate on, or will, next route, they will activate. There you go, that's the word I'm looking for. Will be, oh my God, the Mosby route. Well, they got to stop. We got land units here, but there you go. Fort Mosby. They are just hammering down here. And like I said earlier, I should have just kept them here. Oh my God. That's the way I play my daily fantasy sports sometimes too. It's like the old Seinfeld episode. And I was kind of liking myself to old Costanza sometimes. And I like the episode where it does do the opposite. It's what my girlfriend always says, do the opposite. She knows me that well. So there you go. Oh my God, if I did the opposite of what I choose to do. Oh, but anyway, that's another story. We are going to call this a video. And when you come back, we'll be working on the old Port Mosby route. They don't have much there, I don't think. And I do have a bunch of land attack craft. We got the obligatory Australian units down here at the old Port Mosby itself, I guess. What else we got? We got a good coastal defense. Not really good, but it's a coastal defense unit. And we do have some squadrons. One has been reduced, so a little bit of a stand if they want to come and get it. Down here in Australia, we also have some bombers. So we'll see. Got rid of our task force. Oh boy, we're having fun. Be back with some Midway Solitaire.